Through these mountains have traveled armies, merchants, and ideas. Down the ages, Turks and Arabs, Persians and Mongols have come this way. Ancient Assyrian carvings in the rock face date back to 700 BC. And above the city of Erbil, the citadel dates back 8 millennia, the oldest continuously inhabited site in the world. And history lives on. A group of Kurdish musicians plays the tambura, an instrument as old as the Silk Road that runs through Kurdistan. A symbol of identity and a reminder of a timeless past in a rapidly changing present. After all that the region suffered under Saddam, after all the destruction, it's great to see all the investment. Kamaran Hassan, the group's leader, says, but we have to make sure that it's in our favor, that we don't become slaves to the buildings. These buildings are altering Erbil's skyline daily. 5-star hotels, luxury housing complexes, towers reaching for the mountain sky. Liberated from Saddam Hussein's persecution, Iraq's Kurds are in the midst of an economic boom. And here's why. Oil rigs dot the hills. Foreign companies are coming to Kurdistan, enticed by the black gold beneath this land. From those who started small and made it big like Gulf Keystone to majors like ExxonMobil. But the deals being cut by the Kurdistan regional government are not going down well in Baghdad. Iraq's central government says it alone has authority to signing lucrative oil and gas deals. The Kurds' response? Not anymore.
Development of oil resources in Kurdistan is a contribution to the Iraqi economy, but there is also another factor. Our recent history is very instructive. There is no way we would be dissuaded from our constitutional right to developing our resources and allow ourselves ever again become hostages to the whims of some bureaucrats in Baghdad. We've been there before. Oil was used to strangle our people, to commit genocide.
In the late 1980s, Saddam Hussein led a vicious campaign against the independent-minded Kurds, forcibly displacing them from their homes, replacing them with Arabs. Entire villages were razed to the ground. Others, like Halabja, gassed with deadly chemical agents. After the Kurds rose up against Saddam Hussein in 1991, the U.S. and allies came to their aid with a no-fly zone to keep Iraqi forces out. Kurdish militia, known as Peshmerga, joined American troops during the 2003 U.S.-led invasion of Iraq. Now, the Kurds boast that their region is the other Iraq. Safe, peaceful, stable.
Welcome, welcome.
I believe Kurdistan is now an important hub of economic activity, is an important market in its own right, but it is also more important when you think of it as a gateway to the larger Iraqi market. This is our vision. We want Kurdistan to be the indispensable link of trade and commerce, economic cooperation among our neighbors.
Part of that vision, the American University of Iraq in Sulaymaniyah. Saleh chairs the board of trustees. Its mission, to train the next generation of Kurdish talent.
So we want to actually expand free market, and we think that our students who will graduate knowing English will be the raw material from which the oil companies, the accounting companies, the engineering companies that are going to come and practice their trade in Iraq will recruit from.
Nisha Fatah, a business administration sophomore, is on a full scholarship. Her parents only have a primary school education.
I want to work in Kurdistan and in the companies like...
Some of the foreign companies that are coming?
Yeah, of course, the foreign companies, and to develop company by myself. I like it so much.
The school's designed to herald a new golden age by recalling a glorious past.
The basic idea behind the architecture is that Iraq is the bedrock of Western civilization. It's where Abraham was born, it's where writing was invented. And so out of the bedrock of Western civilization rises the solid sandstone on which our culture is built.
A culture confident of its future. Arwa Damon, CNN, in the region of Kurdistan in northern Iraq.